How's your day going?
Well, not too good actually.
Fantastic. Anywho, you have until the end of the day to figure out what you want to invest in for the rest of the time that you're employed with us.
But I don't know anything about investing. I wish there was somebody with a YouTube channel who's gone through something similar.
Welcome back to another episode, family. Afro Senpai here. We've all been in the situation that we saw at the beginning. We're going to be learning about the IEP of investing when it comes to any self-directed portfolio that you have to do for work. For all my fellow educators out there, it's not the individual education plan, but you can think of it as your individual economic plan. The I is going to stand for index. E is for expense ratio. And finally, P for what's in the portfolio. All right, we're here. I gotta go. Peace out. All right, so while we might not have the same HSA accounts or the 529s or DCPs, whatever you want to call them, they're pretty much going to give you a basket of funds to pick from. And this is how I make my selection. So we're going to log in. We're going to go to Manage Investments. All right, this is everything that I have access to. And the less funds they give me, the better, because while I love to look at the various options and play with percentages, most people don't want to be bothered by this. What I'm going to do is sort by class. If I'm young, I want to be investing in the aggressive stuff as much as possible. Bonds are meant to be more of a safe haven. So as you near retirement, or as I near retirement, I may play around with bonds a little bit more. But for right now, I want to be heavy into high cap and small cap stocks. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna mark off the things that I'm not going to even consider. Where's my cursor? Okay, we're gonna start off with the fund down here, the real estate. First thing that I talked about is the I. Is it beating the index? So right now, VGSNX, VegNex, whatever you wanna call it, in 10 years, it hasn't beat its index. 5 years out, hasn't beat it. 3 years, blah, 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 has not beat it. This expense ratio of 0.1, given the amount of returns that it's giving, I don't like that. Why does the expense ratio as well as the returns matter? Well, if I can get average returns, which is 8%, 9%, which is what the S&P will give you, I want the lowest expense ratio commonly found. A good expense ratio is 0.03, 0.04%. if it's giving you average returns. Now, if you're investing in something like ARK, where in a bull market, they're gonna give you 30% returns, 50%, 70% returns, then I'm okay giving up a 0.75 expense ratio. But I'm for darn sure not gonna give a high expense ratio with an average return. Drop me a comment or a like if that makes sense. Even though I'm in it for 20%, 30%, I'm now going to exit this position. So for those reasons,
I'm out.
Moving on, wax, veggie wax. Is it beating the index? No, didn't beat it. Boom, didn't beat it. Didn't beat it. And the net expense ratio is disgusting. Wax, you're gone. Am I making sense, people? Like, it does not have to be super difficult. IEP will save you. Okay, Veggie Swass is coming up. Beat it by 2,000, we'll say. In 10 years, beat it. 5 years, beat it. 3 years, beat it. Okay, I see you. 0.07 is getting a little bit on the risque side. This is a small cap stock, okay? Small caps are usually a little bit more volatile. A lot of room to run with startups happening, but a lot of room to fail because they're not tried and true. So they've kind of met my eye test. It beat the index. It kind of meets my expense ratio test. It's a little above 0.04. So last thing I'm looking at is the portfolio. Do I know these companies? IDEX, Reliance, Bunge, I don't even know how to pronounce that. I don't know any of these companies. So because I do want small caps in my portfolio, we're gonna chop this off as a maybe. Okay, so now we're looking at VIGIX. Let's look at the index. Index is at 31K. VIGIX is at 36.8K, which is great. Expense ratio is at 0.04, which is also great. Last but not least is the P, and we're asking ourselves, do we know these companies? Do you know who Apple is? Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, Visa? If the answer is yes, then this is something that you should be holding. You want to be able to understand the companies that are in each fund that you're investing in. So VIGIX is a go. Don't mind that crusty, what is that, a little fettuccine noodle? I don't know what that is. Bada bing, bada boom, and we're done. This does not have to be super complicated, people. I know you can do this. Everyone's situation is going to be different, but if you need help understanding why I did a particular thing, please write to me in the comments and I'll be more than willing to help you out. But again, I hope this made sense to you. If you found something useful, feel free to subscribe to the channel, or you can pay that like tax or share it with a buddy. And until the next one, remember to smile because you are beautiful. Peace.
What's up, fam? Thanks again for watching. If you're still here, you're a real one. And I'd like to offer you a choice. Continue floating through life or make plans to start really living. Pick the video on the right to help your money reach new heights, or pick the video on the left to make your mindset the best. And remember, all I'm offering you is the truth.